Why is a frequent emotional reboot necessary? What can I do to find sustainable inner peace in my life? For the past 2 weeks, my mind hasn't had a break to detach from my daily routine. We all work hard, but a lot of us find it difficult to rest our minds. A lot of people don't know how to find inner peace, which may lead to health-related conditions because our minds are always active. In this message, I'll share why a frequent emotional reboot is necessary because the goal is to manage your well-being. How I manage my time and well-being at work. When my shift ends, I get up and I walk out. I do this religiously. Because whenever I don't detach, it affects me at home. I leave work at the correct time, I clock in and I clock out on time. When I work, I always give my all, but I've learned to detach when I knock off. I never had time to rest because I didn't know how to manage my time. I'd clock out at work but fail to clock out in my mind. I'd get home pumped up, and I'd carry on managing my family as if I was at work. It's not good to be the boss all the time. Sometimes you have to be a friend to someone, a lover to your partner, and be a goofy guy with your kids. Therefore, a frequent emotional reboot is key to living a balanced lifestyle. Why it's important to separate your mental activities. Your mind races all the time, and you have to balance yourself. When I leave work, I give myself time to focus at home. When I write, I give myself time to focus on my writing. Separate your mental workload, and your stress will reduce. If you want to manage your time, you have to abide by the rules you set for yourself. For example, there's a lady I always see jogging in the morning, which is part of her rule. Sometimes, she may not like to jog, but a personal rule must be kept. I took it upon myself to stop drinking. I made it one of my rules because I wanted to live a better lifestyle. Do I sometimes want to drink? 100% yes. But I make it a point to abide by the rule I set for my life, which has benefited me. Why a frequent emotional reboot is necessary. You have all the power to control your emotions, and when you set rules for yourself, inner peace is achievable. You don't have to go somewhere in order to rest. I have a demanding job, and I also write and motivate people. I have a family and I have hobbies to enjoy. If I don't work on my inner peace, I cannot live a happy lifestyle. All these things need my attention, but I have to look after myself first. At work, I clock out when it's time to knock off. At home I love my family, but I also need my me time too. Find something for you and make it one of your rules. I love motivational writing. When I post, it makes me feel happy. It's my rule, my passion, and my lifestyle. I live what I write and I know it can help you too. Conclusion. Why a frequent emotional reboot is necessary. You have all the power to control your emotions, and when you set rules for yourself, inner peace is achievable. When you control your emotions, your body becomes your tool and not your enemy.